This week, we figure out which one of us is going to get played by Robert Downey Jr. Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of the Cream of the Crop podcast, the best show no one knows about. As always, I am joined by my two lovely compadres, Olas and KJ, for a very nerd-heavy week. For those that don't know, San Diego Comic-Con's been going on, and there's been a plethora of announcements that have come from San Diego Comic-Con. So that is going to be mainly this week in Geek, is just everything that was announced, because other than that, news sucked this week. There was jack shit. Which I guess kind of makes sense. We're going to go through this list kind of in no particular order besides the last one. So say his name. Oh, that's so weird. God damn it, you're going to do it. If it didn't go off, haha, nerd. Giancarlo. Shut up.
You did it.
Say his name and he appears.
Don't cuck me like that. At least play the whole thing. You asshole.
What are you talking
Oh,
That's
God.
the whole thing.
Fuck you. You're gonna wait till I start mid-conversation. I'm waiting for it.
Go on.
2 minutes in, we're already off the rails, guys. Yeah. Fuck you guys. All right. But they did announce who Giancarlo is playing in the new Captain America movie, because everybody kind of speculated why, which I'm fine with anything he's in. I do like him, but he is apparently playing the king of the Serpent Society, Sidewinder, which is a super random group they decided to throw in this movie. But I assume that is going to be who I guess is the main bad guy squad, is the Serpent Society.
Maybe. It might just be a red herring.
It could be.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I want to point out that your Joe Hendry thing just played for me.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, like just randomly. So I don't know if it was just that much of a delay or something for me.
That's just you.
Yeah, it's just, no,
Yeah,
I'm not
'cause-
saying it's just me, because you two
I was gonna
clapped
say.
together, so I assume.
Yeah.
I thought it was really weird to go, you didn't play
Oh.
it.
The delay.
That
A
is
whole 2
odd.
minutes later.
Which, I mean, my Discord's been fucking struggling for a week. But yeah, so I am glad they're not doing the comic accurate Sidewinder, because that would be a little ridiculous. This seems like an odd group to set up for this movie out of nowhere. Like no mention whatsoever of this group prior to now. But yeah, so I'm kind of curious, like you said, if it's gonna be a red herring group that they play as like the first half of this movie is the bad guy, and then not. Obviously, we know that Red Hulk's gonna be in it, which is really stupid that they showed that, but in Marvel fashion showed major plot points in the trailers for some reason. But yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious who else. So I wonder if he's the main bad guy other than Red Hulk, or like I guess the Act 1 bad guy, for lack of a better term.
The thing is, I don't think Red Hulk is going to be the villain.
I mean,
I think it's just going to be showing up that he's a mutant. Well, not a mutant, but he has Hulk abilities in a weird way.
I still think Harrison Ford should not be this character.
Yeah,
I want I forget his name, but I want the guy that plays him from the Incredible Hulk movie.
No.
Because I think he looks, or what is his name from the first?
He's in the void.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think the other guy who is in that Ashton Kutcher TV show is his dad on the farm. It has Ashton Kutcher and then the brother that ended up being a pedophile.
Damn.
Sam's.
Fuck.
Okay.
I don't know why I can't think of his name.
He was also the old Ghost Rider in the Ghost Rider movie.
I know who you're talking about, but
Because he plays Ross in the first Incredible Hulk movie they make.
wait, was he a pedophile or?
No, I'm saying like the brother was the pedophile, or
Sam
the
Elliott.
groomer, or whatever.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Sam Elliott. He was in.
He's been in a lot of
Tombstone. That was
that too. Yeah,
I think
Tombstone.
the first thing I really remember him from.
But I would have liked to see him reprise because I think he would still do well as
Probably
Ross.
said no.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, there's.
I feel like they're only showing him as Red Hulk because it's going to lead into Thunderbolts.
I mean, I'm sure it is. I still think it would have been cool to not see that until the movies happen.
Yeah.
Kind of like
But this is more of a, hey, we all know he's going to be Red Hulk. Might as well let the cat out of the bag.
I guess, yeah.
We all know where this is going. There is no surprise if everyone expects it.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, I assume at some degree they're fighting each other because the scene you see is him knocking the shield away.
I feel like, I hope I'm right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be more of a, he finds out that the president's Red Hulk and he's just figuring this out. So in a moment, he just throws the shield at him.
Gotcha.
To test it, and he transforms, catches the shield, and throws it down. And that's how everyone finds out he's Red Hulk.
Is he the president in this?
Yes, I think he's president or running for president.
Couldn't remember.
Or running for re-election. So yeah, I think this is how the public finds out he's part of the whole situation because he transforms on like live TV.
Gotcha. That would actually make sense. Kind of like I don't want to spoil it actually because I don't know if it's still recent. But
like The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys is what I was.
I knew it. Yeah. Kind of like that scene.
Yeah. Speaking of The Boys, oddly enough, that really wasn't a transition I was going for. That just was awfully convenient. They did announce The Boys prequel series that Vought Rising, that is based around Soldier Boy and Stormfront.
Yep. When she was,
I guess, younger.
Yeah, she was another superhero, Lady Liberty.
Yeah, I couldn't think of what the other one was.
That's what it was.
I get it. If I'm that, is it Amazon owns The Boys or is it Amazon just shows the? Okay.
No, it owns the rights to the TV show.
I don't blame him. I mean, Gen V seemed to do pretty well. I mean, The Boys has done pretty well every season.
Boys is not going to finish until 2026.
Like the next season.
Yeah, because you still have Gen V.
Have they announced that they're doing a second season of that? Because I know that one actor died.
Yeah, they're doing a second season. They're just not reprising the role.
Gotcha.
They're not like recasting.
Gotcha. Okay. But then so what? It'll be Gen V, then the Vought Rising, and then
I feel like it's gonna be. It feels more like Gen V next year, Vought Rising in between the break between maybe. Because you might do Vought Rising after.
Because you got to think Vought Rising's got to be close to either already in production or, I mean, because Jensen Ackles is going to be in the next season of The Boys.
The Boys, yeah.
Sorry. You know what? I fucking said that. Spoiler. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't even think about that.
Bleep that out. Just go full bleep.
That didn't even fucking cross my mind that's. But
sorry, Olaf.
Yeah, sorry.
I know you haven't seen it.
I didn't say in what way. You never know when it's gonna happen. So, God damn it. But yeah, so
stop talking.
That should be good. I don't see why they wouldn't triple down on this show if they have the means to. I assume what is the 5th season going to be the last season
Yes,
of
next season
it's-
is the last season of The
okay.
Boys.
Especially the way
Thinking
they
about
set it up. So
Yeah, no, it's gonna be last season. But speaking of Amazon and their superhero shows, they did do a image teaser for Invincible,
ah,
showing off the new suit.
I'm not gonna sit there and get pissed by them again this time because they sit there and strung me along for year or so on the second season where it was like, oh hey, it's gonna come out now, and then it never did, and they're like, oh, we gotta push it back, and then I'll just
Hey,
when it comes out, I'll fucking watch it.
I'm with it. They didn't announce any like dates or nothing. They were just saying, "Hey, look at the new suit."
Yeah, I mean, is it what
Yeah.
just his comic suit?
It's the black and blue suit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which is weird because I feel like they should have showed it at the end of the season. Because
Yeah.
they built it up, and that was the whole breakaway
Yeah.
bit for the name. But whatever.
No, that
Bit more
show's gonna get
excitement
real
with that.
interesting with what they use from source
The
material.
comics, yeah,
Because
it's gonna get
character
dark
they
really quickly.
introduce is gonna get real fucking dark if it goes the way that they did in the guy.
No, do it near February and do the fucking Valentine's cards all over again. Because that worked the first time,
Yeah,
and no one had a problem with that.
but yeah, so I mean that'll be cool. And then gaming wise, they did announce Mortal Kombat is getting a story DLC that revolves around Havoc. I didn't see much of what the story entitled, just a few kind of scenes from it. I was mainly focused on the characters they announced for the DLC pack,
Number 2.
which are Cyrax and Sector, gender swapped Cyrax and Sector, even though they're still the robot ones. They specifically mentioned that they were gender swapped, so I don't know how you gender swap a robot, but whatever.
Add more bits.
I guess.
Or take them away, I guess.
I had a joke, but I can't.
Yeah, leave it be.
You could.
The gameplay looks pretty good for him though. They're definitely going to be really good characters in that game from what I saw. They're also adding Noob Saibot, who is, or they haven't confirmed, because Bihan is Noob Saibot in the original Mortal Kombat, but Bihan is Sub-Zero in this one. So I am curious who this noob is, or if it's like how they do their own multiverse. I didn't realize how many fucking things are doing a multiverse now, because now Mortal Kombat's got one.
Yep, everyone's got a multiverse.
So I don't know if this is a new. It's still Bihan, but it's Bihan from a different universe, and but then the non-Mortal Kombat characters they're adding is Conan the Barbarian. So that's 2 Schwarzenegger characters we've had in 2 different Mortal Kombats, because we had Terminator and now we have Conan. So I don't know what kind of deal this guy has with Nether Realms, but it's paying out, man. And then I'm gonna get crucified for this because I don't know, as much as I love Terminator, I don't know the name of this specific Terminator, but it's the molten metal one that can transform into people, and it's
Isn't it like the T-2000?
I don't remember it.
T-1000.
Is it T-1000?
No, T-1000 was
I thought that's the original one.
Robert Patrick in Judgment Day.
Yeah,
It's that one, right?
yeah, it's that one.
Yeah.
Is that
T-1000?
T-1000?
Oh, it is a T-1000.
Then what the fuck is the original one called?
The T-800?
Oh, okay. So, man, see, that's not a real fan of
I
this.
only knew that off the top of my head because it was right in front of me when I was double checking.
Yeah, T-800.
I'm just not a real fan. It's fine.
Fake fan.
And then the last one, which is just, I wish they had to pick somebody else or redone a prior horror movie character, but they're using Scream.
Ghostface.
Yeah, Ghostface, I guess. I could think of like 3 other horror movie icons that I would rather have.
Bring back Kratos.
Shit, yeah, I'd do that.
Old man Kratos.
Name them.
What for me, like horror movie?
Chucky.
I would do it. I would do a Chucky, have it like the size of Farah from Mortal Kombat
Oh, I was thinking more
10,
like Yoda from
or that Soul Calibur,
yeah,
where you couldn't hit him with some characters.
it would be fucking hilarious.
I would say yeah. So Chucky, you could do Pinhead. I think that would be cool. But do like kind of a
Hellraiser.
Ermac style for him for combat. And then you could do. Ooh, you got me on that one. There, I know there's a third one that I think would be cool. I'm trying to think of horror movie icons. We've done Predator. We've done Alien. As simple as
Candyman.
ooh, that would be a good one. That's a not as popular, but I do think that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Or if you were gonna do a human-ish slasher, do Michael Myers. I just think that's better.
Nah.
But yeah, no, I mean Candyman would be cool. So, fuck you trying to put me at the spot like that. Dickhead. I remember
I mean, you said it, so I was just curious as to what your
Yeah.
thought process was. I wasn't trying to like.
Call this fucking bluff.
no man.
I was a little bit, but I was more so just curious.
The shark from Jaws.
No. Fucking Samuel Jackson from Snakes on a Plane.
I'm tired of these Monday to Friday snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Just Samuel Jackson in the game.
Yeah, just
It's not even like a character, it's just Samuel Jackson.
his special
I was gonna
moves are
say,
just
but
different roles he's played.
It should have been Black Snake Moon version.
What you call me? No.
Oh
You gotta
Lord.
focus.
Sorry.
Get in focus. Focus. Focus.
Yeah,
Yes.
you.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry, guys. We do
Look at
this
my
every
hand.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, usually every Sunday.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then sometimes I
Indeed.
upload it on Mondays.
No. You
Yeah,
upload
not
it
lately, but yeah.
Last 2 weeks, it's been a little crazy. But oh Lord. I'd like to say it was better, but it isn't.
Fuck. It's not. It's really not.
Just get
I'm
really
gonna be
close to
fuzzy.
it. Just oh, the eyes really. Oh God, there's a money shot if I've seen one.
That hurt.
That's the thumbnail.
Yep, that's the new thumbnail. Just
No.
staring into the
It's not,
camera.
Because I have to edit that. Fuck that. No.
Oh
Is
Lord,
it better?
it's a little better. It's better enough
Right.
that I care enough. And then the two big stories from Comic-Con is we had announced the new Avengers movies with at least the titles for them. We have Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars.
No longer Kang Dynasty.
No longer Kang Dynasty, obviously with his shenanigans. They've decided to go away from that. Both of them will be directed by the Russo brothers again. So some good in that. I'm cool with that. And then the talk of the town that's been all over everybody's fucking Twitter and TikTok for the last 48 hours. 48 hours? Yeah, 48 hours. Robert Downey Jr. has been oh God. There he is. Something about your lighting, I think. I don't know. It's fine.
It might be fucking it up.
Yeah, it might be that background light that's kind of throwing you off because it's like really bright.
In the corner.
It's the
Yeah.
sun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like the sun's just like peeking into the.
Somehow that made it worse. I don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know how it got worse, but
Yeah, we'll just work with that. It's fine.
Actually made it better.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
The
there you
light
go.
actually made it better. Somehow.
Hey, we'll fix
That's dumb.
But Robert Downey Jr. did announce himself in true Robert Downey Jr. fashion as the next Doctor Doom. Not specified as Victor Von Doom, but a Doctor Doom of some sort.
Not even
And
Doctor Doom. He's just Doom.
he's just Doom, yeah. And it's come to, I think mixed results would be a adequate way to describe.
It's the internet. Everything always has mixed results.
True.
No, because there's a lot of people who went, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I just
Well, the other thing that makes me laugh is between that and the whole like Deadpool Wolverine thing. I saw somebody posted it was like pictures of Iron Man right before the snap, and then like
Oh, Logan.
Wolverine, like
It's that their
Logan.
deaths don't matter.
Yeah, these scenes mean nothing now, and it's like, have
Yeah.
you read a
Comic.
single comic book like ever?
Every
these guys
Ever?
come back all the time.
Yeah. Deaths
I
don't mean
mean,
shit.
Wolverine died for what, like a month?
Yeah. Gotta get that paycheck. I would
Like,
say
the only
the only issue I have with the Wolverine one is because of this new movie, there's some timing and continuity issues I have in my
yeah,
head.
you have to really not think about that because I watched a video, someone trying to explain how that works. I'm like, this does not work in the slightest.
Like the timeline doesn't set up right.
Yeah.
But that's
Right.
No, the world doesn't set up right.
yeah.
Like, something about that just doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's another topic for
Yeah, another we'll wait for the second one.
yeah. We'll give it 2 weeks before we actually dive
We're
into
talking about it because two of us have seen the movie. One of us has not yet. So we have to be very careful with how we phrase these questions.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Not like Onyx will
I'm
just
letting
throw
everybody
out a
down.
spoiler again twice in one
Okay,
day.
you know, The Boys has been this season's been done for
3 weeks.
3 weeks now.
Yeah.
You've had time.
That's
Um
Um,
I get you have a month from when something comes out to its free game.
Yeah.
that's fine. But so we had mentioned it before you hopped in the call, but in true former WWE wrestler shows up at an indie event fashion, Robert Downey Jr. Announced himself as Doom.
Was me, Austin.
Yeah,
me.
he's the higher power.
He
Oh,
truly
Lord.
is the higher power.
Yeah,
It's
he
Tony.
is.
You're our only hope.
It'll be interesting. And I'm gonna let him cook on it.
I just hope he's not like he's not doing the MCU Iron Man character. That's what I
Yeah.
hope. Like, this is gonna be a complete 180 from
Who he
Yeah.
had originated himself as, yeah.
like this.
Which actually kind of makes me happy if that's what they do. Like if he
Yeah.
goes full complete opposite of what he has been, I'd be super for it. Like
Let them cook for us.
And here's the
Yeah.
thing, I have no doubt that his performance will be great. That's not my concern with all
Yeah.
this.
it's the writing.
It's the writing and I said this before we started recording, is that I'm totally cool with this have been like a few movies down the line, and or like a Secret Wars or something where they show, oh god, there's a variant of him and it's Tony Stark. Because there's absolutely continuities that Tony Stark is Doom in some degree and Doom is Doom is Iron Man, and some it goes back and forth. I just not sure I care for this being the intro of this character.
Yeah.
And it not
Again,
being
the only
Victor
problem
Von
is
Doom.
because they had to.
Yeah, you got to pivot.
Yeah, they had to pivot like hard because of their plans.
Yeah.
Like that's not. Yeah.
I just want the infamous Iron Man suit.
Would be
That's
cool.
all I want.
It would be cool.
If we're doing it, might as well full commit.
I would have even been fine with them doing a bad version of Tony Stark that wasn't Doom, like doing a superior Iron Man, or you could. But like I said, I'm gonna give it time. We're just now seeing bits and him being announced. It could be good. It could be bad. It's Marvel. It really is a toss up.
I heard a fun theory
Oh yeah.
about this version. Basically the same setup as Iron Man 1, but instead of getting shrapnel in his heart, he gets it in his face. And then making the Doom suit in the cave.
Yeah.
And after that, instead of saying, "Hey, weapons are bad," full commit to the weapons.
All the weapons.
And then he just takes over.
I just pray they don't do the Iron Maniac, because that they never really finished that storyline very well.
He killed his roadie. There was no Captain America. He beat Thanos all by himself.
Yeah.
Didn't have to.
Oh, you know what? If they do that, you could recreate that comic book panel where he rips fucking Thanos's spine and skull out of his body.
Jesus Christ, no. But that was Beyonder, dude.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean,
yeah.
When has Marvel been known to go 100% comic accurate? Let's be honest.
True.
But yeah, so I mean, a lot of cool stuff. I need to go check to see what the Funko Pop releases are to see if there's anything. Now you're out of focus. God damn it, guys, get it together. Fucking focus.
Focus, man. Focus.
I had it.
Turn
and then
your
it went
light
away
on.
for a second.
Porto, if you make your light brighter, it might put less into focus.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the sun is behind.
Like, gonna need some sunglasses to watch this episode back.
Yes.
But that is all from the San Diego Comic-Con that we at least cared to talk about. There is some Star Trek shit in there.
Oh no, there's a little bit.
Oh, I
because
guess
it
it's
bleeds
true.
into it
That's-
bleeds into wrestling.
That's true. It does. Go ahead.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
So, AEW. First of all, the reason why we have our thumbnails because of San Diego Comic Con. Fuck you.
I'm just all I'm waiting for is like a.
You shouldn't be around. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Look into this.
Yeah.
Why do they let us record? Sorry, did we get you off the rails?
Yes. Let's look at this real quick.
Oh God!
Oh my god!
Somehow,
I don't even want to remember things anymore. Fuck it, just wipe the whole thing away.
somehow still not as bright as his background light.
No.
I
Fuck
can
off.
still see the background light.
Through the light. Yeah. So, AEW and
Oh.
WWE were both at San Diego Comic Con. Which led to an actual match being made for All In Wembley between Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the CEO Mercedes Moné after she crashed the AEW. Did I actually fuck up your site?
A little bit.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I didn't expect it to be that fucking bright.
You gotta
and
think
Me
he's
neither.
old. He's got to
I
sit close
really
to the
did.
computer.
I really did do that right in the camera.
You did. It's all right. I'll be all right.
But yeah, that match was officially made for the TBS title, not the New Japan strong women's title.
Title. Yeah.
There's still time to change it. It might be for all of them. Who knows?
I don't think it'll be. If it's for both belts, Mercedes winning, but I also think Mercedes winning no matter what.
Mm,
This is the thing. I have Mercedes winning. They beat down on Britt after match, and that's when you see the return of Jamie Hayter. And then that leads to a tag match at All Out.
Did we? So I know she had a shoulder thing. Was there something else that's been hampering her that she's been out for over a year? I can't remember.
No one knows. This
Okay.
It's a close to the vest kind of situation.
The WWE tryout.
Yeah. That will be a crazy.
Weird things happen.
I mean, if she goes to WWE, the first match, I'm saying Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
I would love that match.
True.
Injected into my veins.
Just
But
like adrenaline in my soul.
in my soul. Negro
Something.
Cody.
Cody.
Oh, we went two separate places.
You sure did. I heard the start of yours, Porto. So we're
Yeah.
just gonna move on.
Kyoto icon, Cody Rhodes. WWE was in Japan this week.
Speaking of Japan,
Logan Paul was nowhere to be found
Yeah.
on this tour.
stayed home on this one. Can't imagine
yeah.
why.
Like he's not
Weird.
banned.
Yeah. Just
So-
imagine having a whole state ban or a whole country ban you
Ban you.
from
Yeah.
their country.
Because you want to be a dickhead and throw Pokeballs at Japanese people.
Oh Lord. I guess
That's-
still has
Yeah,
a career.
and
is
that's the
wild to
only
me.
reason.
Yeah, no. That's
Yeah.
the least worrying thing. The abundant racism.
It's the least likely to get us taken off YouTube reason we can explain.
Yeah, no. You just went to the woods.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God. Getting close. We're getting close. Need to...
Oh no.
Something about low fruit. I don't know. It's weird. You can't.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. See, I was just gonna stop at the
Dear,
forest.
dear YouTube gods, they know not what they do.
Susan will honky won't mind.
Jesus. What did you call me?
Susan Wonky.
Oh Lord. You know what? We're just gonna, in true podcast fashion, we're gonna steamroll into the game because there's
Okay,
nowhere that
so I
conversation's
got
gonna go but down.
whatever.
So
man.
now it's my, because I haven't done a game in a while. It's been mainly you two
Exactly.
for a bit. We are gonna play Guess the
Guess.
Character. So this is gonna be kind of 20 questions style. You each
Okay.
You know, I don't know if we're gonna try this the first way and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay,
So,
let's go. In progress training.
so we are gonna do a wrestler and a gaming character. So
Oh, okay.
I will give you 60 seconds. Sounds reasonable.
Yep.
And this is, you all are a team. This isn't competing against each other. I just want to see if you all can together figure out the character I have in mind.
Oh,
The stipulation, yes or no questions. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to. Sorry,
Alright.
I'm trying to think. I wasn't ready for this today, but neither one of you had a game ready, so I'm doing this on the fly. God, fuck it.
Yep.
People I hire.
well, yes or no makes sense though, because you're talking like, is this person active?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, yes or no questions. Then yeah, that'll work. I was trying to make sure in my mind that when we go through this, I'm sure Portal will find the one question for each of these people that isn't a yes or no question.
Let's go.
But so you'll have 60 seconds. And do we want to start gaming or do we? Well, I guess we'll start gaming since wrestling would lead into wrestling.
Does he look like a bitch?
Just look like a bitch. Okay. All right. I will let you know when the 60 seconds, or you tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right. 60 seconds starting now.
Is the character male?
Yes.
Is it from a shooter?
No.
Is it a main character?
Yes.
Does this person use any type of weaponry?
Yes.
Is it a gun?
No.
Is it a sword?
Kinda.
Does the game originate in Japan?
Not originate, but it's popular both in US and Japan. Not originated though.
Does the game take place in a like not US country?
Yes. Technically, yes.
Okay.
Does the game involve Disney characters?
Yes,
Is it Sora?
it is.
All right.
10 seconds left.
No, because when you said Japan, and technically,
Did that originate? Because I'm looking at the
Yes.
wiki, it didn't
Okay.
specify.
so the story of Kingdom Hearts,
Because I know it's Final
basically
Fantasy.
basically it started out as a Disney fighting game,
Yeah.
but they went, no, we are not having our characters fight.
I was really concerned that you were about to do an accent when you started that.
I started somewhere in there. An accent
It
started.
definitely creeped out, and I was like, ooh.
That was not
trying
intentional.
really
That's
hard
actually-
to offend the Asian audience of this show today, aren't we?
No, that was actually just my voice just changing.
Yeah,
As
sure.
I was saying no. But yeah,
sure.
Disney said no, but the creator is Japanese, so he basically made all these characters. Because technically, the guy owns the rights to Sora.
I fucking told you would ask the one question that wasn't a yes or no question that I didn't have on deck.
It was a yes or no question.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You asked me, was it based in Japan or you?
Did the game originate in Japan? Yes or no?
I guess you did. Whatever.
Yeah, no.
Fuck you.
Fuck off. I know how to ask questions that work.
Doesn't
Look,
care.
once you said he doesn't use a gun, that's when you've been playing Kingdom Hearts all week.
I guess that's why that was the first person I thought to.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Have you been playing it off stream?
No, I have strictly.
Okay.
That's what's made me really want to actually play it on stream is not messing with it other than streaming.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah,
almost
no.
bought it.
So technically, Kingdom Hearts Sora is a Japanese character.
Yes.
He was made by Disney Japan. That's why you don't see Sora at like Disney World or something like that. That
Oh,
costume
gotcha.
or
Yeah.
any of the Kingdom Heart costumes for real, except for like when the game first released. Because the rights of it is so up. Technically, Disney owns all rights, but they kind of ask the guys.
Pretty please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird like partnership between Square and Disney for that.
Well, the characters are Disney owned. The publishing rights is just Square Enix has the right
Well,
to publish the game.
not all of the characters are Disney owned because there's a bunch of Final
Oh
Fantasy
no, the Final
characters.
Fantasy minus the
Yeah.
final like the Kingdom Hearts originals like Sora, Kairi, all of them.
Yeah.
Those are Disney owned.
I saw the interview thing about that, and it was like, I want to have Cloud fight Mickey Mouse or something like that, or whatever
it
the
ain't
fuck it
happening.
was, and or Donald Duck or Goofy or whatever it was. But it was just really funny that they were like, "All right, what a weird thing to blend together," and then they did it, and
And
like,
then they did it, and it was super
Yeah.
successful.
yeah,
Like
Oh,
I
Lord.
like how they changed the Frozen world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Because that's definitely not how that level was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Also with the way it's written, Elsa was definitely supposed to be the boss of that level. But then they just said, yeah, Frozen's too popular. So let's
yeah,
pick a
yeah.
random guy. Because
Yeah.
there's a weird cut in between.
Jesus. All right. Well, good job on the first one.
Let's go.
Let's see how good you are on the wrestler one. Are you ready?
Yes.
60 seconds starting now.
Are they in WWE?
No.
Currently.
No.
Are they in AEW?
No.
Male
Are
or
they in
female?
Male.
Are they in TNA?
Currently, no.
Are they active?
No.
Did they wrestle for WWE?
Yes.
Did they wrestle for TNA?
Yes.
Were they in a tag team?
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm gonna stick with yes. Yeah.
Is it Angle?
God damn it.
Damn.
35 seconds. Yeah. Was it me hesitating on the team thing?
Yeah.
I mean, technically yes. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
team angle. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
damn it, man. I gotta figure out more obscure characters going forward.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I can round it out with comic book characters.
I mean, I can look up a comic book character to see if you all.
Iron Man.
I got one. Here. Let's see.
Okay.
This will be mainly a Portal one. No offense, unless I know your
Yeah, that's fine.
repertoire of comic book characters.
It's limited.
Oh, this is gonna be. Now I feel like this is a direct challenge to me, and I hate this because now I'm being put on the spot.
Oh yeah, it's a direct challenge to you, fucking asshole. That's aggressive.
Yep,
I don't know
okay.
why it was.
All right.
Okay. Let's get my shit ready here.
This is the point where I ask, like, very blatant non-yes or no question.
That's fine. Do what you gotta do.
All right, I'm just waiting for you to be ready.
Yeah, I've got to skim through it because it's been a while since I've I've looked at
If
this.
you guys skim
character as
through it, this is
well.
gonna be fun. Looking at the fucking brown bomb.
All right, sure. Ready?
All right,
60 seconds starting now.
DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
Superpowers or non?
Superpowers.
Hero or villain?
Hero.
Has he been on the Avengers?
No. Not to my knowledge.
West Coast Avengers?
No.
Mutant?
No. Actually, I'll say yes to that. Technically, yes. Not an X-Men, but a mutant. I'll clarify that for you.
Has he been on the? Has he been on a team that's not the Avengers or the X-Men?
I, you know, I'm not entirely sure on that one. I want to say yes. Actually, yes. Yes, he has.
Has he been on the Fantastic Four?
Here, I'm gonna stop your time because I need to clarify something. You were right about something and I was wrong. He
Okay.
was part of the Avengers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you a 5-second added to that because you were right. You have 50 seconds, or you've hit 50 seconds.
Uh, has he ever been infected by a symbiote?
No.
Does he have a color in his name?
Yes.
Um,
Last guess. This is time.
Blue Marvel.
Holy shit!
Let's go.
Atta guy. I did forget that Blue Marvel wasn't. He was part of the Mighty Avengers, not just
Let's
I'm
go.
not.
Yeah.
Because
Go,
it's
fuck.
the mutant is kind of a complex. Because technically, it's a mutagen that like gives him
Yeah.
part of his powers, but he's not an X-Men. So I wanted to clarify. Look at
Let's
you.
go. Pull
Look
that
at
one out
you.
my fucking ass.
I'm surprised you didn't go with like more like male female race because I think like that would have race would have
Would've
narrowed
killed
this
it?
down quite a bit. You know,
Not really.
I mean, there's not a ton of. I mean,
Black characters. I
black
don't know
superheroes.
Funny enough, I don't know Marvel like that.
Really?
Yeah, Marvel is not my expertise. So like, cool. When I asked like, is there a color in their name? That was like, huh? How many? Really shot
I
myself
can't
in
think
the
there's a
foot.
lot of. There's not really a lot of Marvel characters that have a color in their name, besides like the Hulks.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
But,
look at
yeah,
you showing me up, fucking asshole. Don't worry, I'll figure out an obscure one for next time.
Oh no, this time I get. Next time I get to pick. Have fucking fun.
Damn, man, I thought Blue Marvel would be a really obscure one too. Considering there's like no fucking media other than comic books of Blue Marvel.
Yeah. And it didn't help them. All my questions were vague as shit.
Oh my
anyway.
god. Fucking asshole. All right, let's get to wrestling. Let's get to the other half that the half of our listeners enjoy. Instead of me and Portal having a dick measuring contest on which one of us gets less pussy.
You have a kid.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it means I got it once. Doesn't mean I've gotten it recently.
Yeah.
At least once.
Guaranteed to not be a virgin. but
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
promises after that.
Yeah, after that
I got a
it's...
Virginia Rock shirt, so
Jesus.
I'll wear it next week.
So we had Blood and Guts, AEW Blood and Guts match that was it was a match.
Blood and Guts is always a spot fest.
I think that's the biggest thing for AEW that takes me out of it. And like I guess comparing this to how, and not that it always has to be a comparison to WWE. I just feel like it's not as over the top in the sense of like the stapler thing I thought was stupid. It's funny, but it's stupid.
But that was more of a callback.
I know, but it was a good match. I'm not saying that. I'll preface this by saying I enjoyed the match. The ending was a little
Anticlimactic.
anticlimactic.
Honestly, well, I'm gonna be comparing it to WWE. Fuck this as the AEW fan. The reason why it feels so anticlimactic is because WWE did something with the War Games match that improved it. They made it pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
When you only have the submission or surrender part of the finish, it's always gonna feel goofy
Yeah.
that someone has to quit. Because that's how they've done it for all of them.
Yeah. There's only been 3 or
4.
is it 4?
This is the 4th one.
Okay.
Because you had the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle. I just remember the first one is because Sammy quit for Jericho.
Yeah.
And then they threw Jericho off the top into the wooden thing, and everyone had a big kerfuffle over it.
Kerfuffle. I like it.
Yeah. I remember then it was the Blackpool Combat Club versus Jericho Appreciation Society.
Oh my
Fine.
God, Jericho's been in 2 of these.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's see. I don't remember that. I feel like there's one in between those, and I just don't remember.
See, for some reason, I remember 3. I don't know.
I remember 4. I remember there's another one. And it's just they need to do what WWE's at fault of this too. Stop making this a gimmick branded thing yearly,
Yeah.
because once you know, hey, Blood and Guts is around the corner, we have to stop all our stories to make this work.
Got to make 2 teams.
Yeah, it's like Survivor Series, and I just hate it.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't mind it with Survivor Series when it was like the elimination tag match, like brand versus brand.
same thing with War Games.
But I do agree. Yeah, it doesn't need to be a yearly thing. It needs to be a situational thing where if it's set up the right way.
Yeah.
I will give MVP of the match, man. Jack Perry just taking that fucking unblocked chair shot to the face.
Yeah, that
And it was a nasty looking one too, man, because like he goes a little too far up or down. You're getting cut open. Like that's
Mark Briscoe did not hold back.
Oh,
on those
no.
shots. Mark Briscoe was the wrong person to have that chair in.
because I was thinking it was gonna be like a hit the top of the fence, slash kind of get the head. No, just face full of fucking chair.
yeah.
Just all chair.
So it was 4. There have been 4.
Okay, what was the
It's
third one?
So reading this off like this, the first one was the pinnacle of MJF, Wardlow, Sean Spears, and FTR versus the inner circle of Chris Jericho, Jay Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana Ortiz. Second one, Blackpool Combat Club of John Moxley, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz versus the JAS, Chris Jericho, Jake. It's the same fucking team. Dan Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. Then you had the Golden Elite versus Golden Elite of Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Adam Page, and Kota Ibushi versus Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Claudio, Wheeler, Kenoshi Takeshita, and Pac.
And then this one.
Forgot about. Yep. Team AEW versus the Elite. I'm not reading these fucking names anymore because it's a lot of the same names.
Noticing a trend.
Fuck Jericho. On my deathbed, it's always fuck Jericho.
We say that. I don't mind so I did see some clips of the learning tree gimmick he's doing where like he went back into like training and was like, giving them tips on how to do it. And they're just like, fuck you. They just walk away. It was funny.
I need him to learn from Britt Baker.
Go away for a little bit.
Yes. Because Britt Baker said it herself. You can't miss me if I'm always there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need Jericho to take a fucking break and get off my fucking screen.
So I think we talked about this at the end of the show last week. Because AEW is going to be coming to town for me in like a month and a half, give or take. So I'm like pumped about it, but now I'm getting a bunch of like on my Facebook feed, I'm getting a bunch of like AEW. Oh, hey, such and such town, we're coming, blah, 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 blah. Like I saw Jericho one and an MJF one. And I was just like I want to go. But I don't know how much I want to sit through Jericho's shit.
It's cool, but at the same time, it's fucking annoying because he's been, I think, in the long term, his run in AEW has just been like, he gets this feud and it always just sucks the fun out of everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And no one ever feels like they're over after.
Oh no, I mean he's the only one that comes out the better on, and not really even better.
And even
like,
it just makes because it just makes everybody hate him more. So it's like you don't even get yourself over. So what the fuck is
so increasingly more and more popular opinion as time goes on? Getting away from Vince was the worst thing he could have done for himself.
Yes.
He needs somebody
to reel that shit in.
He needs somebody to kind of check his
Hey, this is shit.
shitty impulses. Yeah, like not shitty impulses. I don't, because that makes it sound like he's doing like deviant shit.
No,
Although
but he can't be
there's
left to write his own
Hey,
promos.
rumors of there's rumors of that too. But
Oh
like,
yeah,
yeah, he just can't have that type of freedom that like the artistic freedom that he's currently having because
Yeah,
it's not.
it's like Hogan and fucking WCW almost. It's getting to that
yeah.
point where it's just getting annoying. Why are you here? Like you're not putting anyone over. Anyone it seems you think you're putting people over, but it just ends up making everyone worse.
Right. Like, oh, they're getting the rub from,
The great Jericho, who
yep,
fucking
right. And you're like, yeah, but we could also just not and
yeah.
be perfectly fine.
Well, I
Like,
guess so. Here's a question. What makes Jericho different from Edge or Daniel Bryan and I'm not saying like
Okay.
there's a right or wrong
Okay,
answer. I'm
no.
just out of curiosity.
The reason why it's better is because it's not a it seems more like when you're having a match with Adam Copeland or Brian Danielson, it's more of a showcase of your skills saying, hey, these people, they lost, but if you gave them time, they could shine.
Okay,
With Chris Jericho, it's always win the
I'm the
first one.
star.
It's like, no, the person will win the first match out the feud, which is a weird choice, and then Jericho will win, and then Jericho wins again, but then the person will win, and it's like it's 50-50 booking, and also again Adam Copeland and Danson do not work with the same person consistently. It'll
Yeah,
always be someone different. Like, hey, I'm calling anyone out.
also, the match quality
Is
is
way
vastly different. Especially in AEW where match quality is the end all be all to literally everything else.
yeah,
Um, for you to have just a go the fuck away type of gimmick with poor match quality is just a recipe for disaster. Like, at least in WWE, if the gimmick was fine and enjoyable and the matches weren't great, he could still survive.
yeah.
But he's not getting that same leeway in AEW. And I don't know if he just doesn't realize that that's just not what they're looking for. Uh,
Because
but the other
it's
thing
almost to the
too
point
is,
where he's buying into his own shit.
yeah.
well, here's the thing I'm noticing, and the reason it's getting over with some people is because literally everything he's done has been uh s- subconsciously anti WWE.
Yeah,
Or
Like,
hmm,
the whole Jericho Appreciation Society where he was literally going out of his way to call everybody sports entertainers instead of wrestlers. Like, that was clearly like a,
yeah, that
hey
was
guys,
crazy.
like,
It's
this is my cheap heat. Like, oh, WWE bad. I used bad words that you guys don't like. I didn't call you guys pro wrestlers. I called you guys sports entertainers. Boo me. You know what I mean? Like, this whole learning tree thing is kind of a shot at WWE slash like Punk a little bit because of the comments that Punk has made about like wanting to,
work with the younger
elevate.
guys.
Yeah.
But that's
Uh,
also but that's also AEW because when someone like Adam Copeland when XWB guys come into AEW, the first thing they would say like, "Hey, this is free reign. I can work with people like Daniel Garcia. I can work with people like Darby Allin." You start listing people you've never worked with, but also it feels like Jericho is doing the same gimmick of hiring guy of getting people to be background characters for his bullshit
right.
every time.
Like, he's
It
clearly
was
the
the
main
inner
character, but he's elevating these guys that he's working with, but really
yeah.
he
It
just
seems
has
more
them
like
in the
they need
like
him. He
like
needs
what did
them to be
Jake
around.
Hager do in AEW?
Nothing. He had
Nothing.
a pitiful fake MMA match with Wardlow, I think.
Yeah. And then his hat got more over than he did.
Yeah, and it didn't, and no one cared.
And
What did
nothing came of
Sammy?
it.
What did Sammy Guevara get from any of the Jericho bullshit? Nothing. Daniel Garcia was the most over person from that, and it's not because of Jericho. It's because people wanted him to join the Blackpool
Blackpool
Combat Club,
Combat Club.
which in brilliant fucking booking, they decided no, let's have him stay with the Jericho bullshit until that dissolved and fizzled and went nowhere.
Which
So
was
we had
like
to
not soon after too. Like it was
yeah,
like
Yeah.
it happened. Like it was like, all right, no, I'm fuck these guys. I'm gonna stick with Jericho. And then like within a month, I
dissolved.
think they were all
It was like
done, and I'm like, what did we accomplish?
exactly, and I
Like
feel
it's
like
just bad booking after bad
it
booking,
comes
which is
off.
so funny because he had that infamous promo about bad creative and bad this and blah 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 blah. Like again, I feel like his whole gimmick has been like,
Anti WWE.
I'm the
See,
anti WWE guy who's the
but I'm for it.
WWE guy, but I'm doing everything WWE style for you to boo me. Like it's such a weird.
Uh, But it pisses me off with the Daniel Garcia thing because it feels more like I don't want to pin the blame on Jericho, but also it feels like he was held back because he was outshining Jericho.
Right.
It was a it was supposed to be a feud between the Appreciation Society and the Blackpool Combat Code, but Daniel Garcia was the most over person out of the group,
Yeah.
out of both groups.
Yep.
So for him to get dragged back into the Jericho bullshit
How,
seems counterproductive to his character.
now that Sammy Guevara popped back up, how long until he's back with
Back with
Jericho?
Jericho, fuck, I God forbid, keep those two away from each other.
I think AEW just needs to sign Enzo.
No,
Bring him back.
no, 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 never, never again. I don't want that man
Hey,
on any screen. I
those
don't
fucking
care.
promos are so
I
good.
don't fucking care.
They're so good.
But yeah, no, fuck. Chris Jericho is just blatant annoying, and it's the fact that he's like, I'm gonna be on every Dynamite. Yeah, no, just piss me off.
And what is it? Is TV time with the learning tree? And
Exactly.
I'm just like, oh god, like we're
Because
just blatantly
because
calling it what it is, and it's just like,
you're leaning too far into the bit that it's no longer even like self aware. Like you're just being a dickhead about it.
yeah.
Like, hey, look
And
at
that's
me.
and that's the thing. Like,
Yeah, the complaint is I'm chewing up TV time, so let me make a whole bit about me chewing up TV time. Like
correct.
that doesn't
And
make
like it's one thing, and don't get me wrong, because like Adam Copeland gets a bit of it because he's with the company for like 3 weeks and he makes that like rah rah speech kind of thing, and it comes
yeah,
across kind of funny. Like, don't get me wrong, Adam Copeland has had his own moments. I think the only one who has survived that out of the three has been Danielson because he's been true to himself the whole time. He
Yeah.
hasn't been like an overly like, I don't know, like it just comes across. It's the biggest thing I can always say is like a lot of times when like AEW catches a bunch of shit online and like everybody bands together, it kind of seems like something goes across and it's like, all right, guys, we need you to all make like positive statements about the company thing, and like, you know what I mean? Like it just comes across not
It's
disingenuous
definitely an
because
HR email, you know.
yeah, it just comes across like
going company line.
yeah, like damage control in a sense, not to be confused with
But
the
Danielson always sounds like
Which one of them's
group.
EO?
Danielson doesn't
Yeah,
enjoy being in AEW. It's more that he enjoys being a wrestler.
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, he would wrestle
Like
anywhere,
it's not a
anyway.
he exactly, and that's the thing. Like it's
Like
not
this is not a company thing. Like he's always spoken nice about WWE, but it's like, yo, I get to do what I want, and the
like, and
friendly
got
is
booed
working
for
together.
it and was like, you know, that's fine. You guys can disagree or boo me,
Yeah,
but
and this is what I want to do. I don't care.
like he said something positive about WWE to a crowd of boos and was like, that's fine, but like
Yeah,
what I said is what I said.
I wrestled. I I wrestled. Well, the main event in WrestleMania and worked the next night. That
Yeah,
was, I think that's what it was. And he booed
something like that. Yeah,
he said at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
yeah,
But like Danielson has
because
always been
WWE bad.
yeah. But I think he was a heel at that point.
But even then, like it's just a weird, and that's the only other thing that I really have issue with, uh, in terms of like the crowd is like, oh, WWE bad, no matter what, and
Yeah.
it's like
I
you
mean,
can like both things, guys. Like
It's
it's
yeah.
okay.
okay.
No one's
Yeah.
gonna hurt
I
you.
Danielson has been Danielson to a fault ever since he joined in. Because I
yes,
remember the first thing he said when he first joined AEW, like, everyone's talking about coming in and working with the youngest. No, kick the fucking head in.
yeah,
Like, that's that's Brian Danielson to a fault.
Correct.
He wants to enjoy this shit.
How much longer
Yeah.
has he
For
got
as long-
going on?
His contract actually ends in August.
Yes. The
Or
4th,
I think it's the first.
maybe.
So the report is he's actually hurt.
Gotcha.
And he's not allowed to work.
Yeah,
they're trying to
doctors
keep
are
him until like
all in.
all in. They want him to work all in, so they want to keep his workload severely light to the point of like
Hmm.
at most you can train, but like we don't want
Yeah.
you wrestling
Doing
from now
anything.
until
All in. So he'll just be doing promo work.
Gotcha.
yeah.
And then don't know if this part's confirmed, but he'll be staying with AEW in a limited quantity. Like he might show him as a special attraction.
Kind of like John Cena
But-
did for WWE for a while, where like comes back
Yeah,
every so
but
often.
I'm thinking more like Goldberg.
I mean, yeah, I mean
Not match
that same
quality,
degree
but-
though, but
Well,
where it's
no.
Yeah,
sprinkled in from time to time when they need a storyline or
like a working Forbidden Door or like
yeah.
like a Dynasty or something like that. But
Okay.
other than that, like he really is committed to like, hey, I really want to do this wrestling until I made a promise to my daughter and I'm keeping it. So
Yeah.
I think it is his daughter. I think his contract ends on his daughter's birthday.
I believe that was yeah.
Yeah. So he'll stop being a full-time wrestler. So I'm for it.
Yeah. God.
Him and Swerve aren't gonna have a bad match.
Oh
No.
no.
So
So did he get injured? I'm assuming injured at the Owen Hart.
I would assume so because
Match?
of the last match he had.
They specify what
Yeah.
the injury was.
No,
No.
not that I know of. His body has been banged up for years, honestly.
When is All In?
All in is end of August?
August.
No, mid.
Because I know SummerSlam's this
I thought it was
current like when well in theory when this comes out hopefully tomorrow
Next week,
it'll be that Saturday.
25th.
Yeah.
It's the 25th.
Gotcha. Okay, I was curious about how
So-
close we were. Yeah, because that's what I mean. In true WWE fashion, like we're a week out from pay-per-view, so it's been
No one cares.
light. Yeah, as far as
Funny enough, All In only has 3 matches.
well, that's
Officially.
just currently.
Yeah.
What Swerve and Brian.
Yep.
I
I talked about one of them.
Mercedes.
Mercedes,
Britt
Britt
Baker.
Baker. Is
And
MJF on the
Mariah
card
May
yet?
and Tony Storm.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
true. I forgot Mariah May.
Because the Owen winners are guaranteed a
That's
match
true.
at All In.
Yep.
Actually, no, 4 matches.
It's the-
Because
Wait,
we can
what?
talk about this one. MJF revealed a new belt,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the
the U.S. Championship. Thank him later.
little on the nose.
No, it's a callback.
I'm just
Okay,
I
so
meant the belt
Onyx
itself.
does Oh yeah, no,
It's a little
fucking
on the
eyesore.
nose.
No, it's just the international belt, but
I know. I'm
I know.
making more of a joke of like it's
it's American as fuck. If he could have it his way, it would shoot fucking fireworks out of the belt, and a bald eagle noise would just come out of it.
do a
I
spinner.
mean, that actually sounds pretty dope.
do a
Yeah.
spinner, but when you spin the spinner, it's just an eagle cry.
Yeah.
But funny enough, this is a callback to Will Ospreay in New Japan, when he took the IWGP United States Championship and turned it into the United Kingdom Championship. So it's.
See, I
a
didn't know
full
that
circle moment.
because
Yeah.
I'm a little lacking in my
'Cause
New
this-
Japan knowledge.
This is what ended up turning into, because this was the final leg of that belt before it became the global championship.
Gotcha.
Because I think because I think David Finlay destroyed the U.S. belt, right?
Finley.
U.S. version of the belt.
I
Yeah.
think so.
David Finlay,
Ben Finley.
and then they had the triple threat for the new belt. It was Moxley, Ospreay, and Finlay, which Finlay won, and then lost to Nick Nim, and then it got back. Weird, but yeah, fun belt. Yeah, I like the design because it's so goofy. And I also like the fact that even though he's the U.S. champion now, he's defending it more on other country soils more than any other international champion has. And he's only worked 2 places
True.
because he already went to Mexico City.
Oh, did he defend it
the
in Mexico City?
Yeah, defended in Mexico, and now he's gonna he's also gonna defend it in Rev Pro. So
That's
he's
funny. Yeah,
really
he's defended it more on.
yeah, which is crazy because that was the whole purpose of that title was to defend it in other countries. Because I think Pac was supposed to be the first one, and then there was a rumor that Malachi Black was supposed to win that initial belt.
Who?
Initial Fatal
Alistair
4.
Black? Who's that?
I said Alistair at the beginning, but
Who's that guy? He doesn't exist.
Alistair Kai Black.
Alistair.
Nice.
Alistair. It's his TNA name.
yeah.
Could have combined them both.
But yeah, no. That opening bit was kind of funny.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a nod at a few things. What you specified, and then him kind of making a shot at WWE with their United States Championship. You know, and you have one that's almost identical.
Every company has a U.S. belt at some point. WCW had the U.S. belt, but it was not as.
I mean, that's the
gaudy.
reason WWE
Has
has
the
a
United
US belt.
States, yeah.
Oh shit! Nah, brain left.
Come on, guy.
I don't know WCW like that
Leave it to
I
us
actually really
old-timers.
liked their US title belt.
because it was just like an eagle holding a.
Who was it
a
that brought
US
that
It had a
over?
very small.
Wasn't it
U.S.
Booker?
flag in
Flag.
the center.
Yeah. What was that?
Wasn't Booker T the one to bring that belt over? Wasn't he the
No,
United States
he
when
was
that
the
came? Or yeah, that's right.
he's
He was
the
WCW
WCW
champion. That's right. Who
He was
wasn't
double champ at one point.
Wasn't it DDP?
Oh, God, it's gonna bug the fuck out of me now.
Good old Google. Come on, motherfucker. Tell me what I need to know.
Booker T.
Yep.
You're right. Tyler, that's the person. Yeah, no. Yeah, he was U.S. champion. Lost it to Chris Canyon.
Yeah. Damn.
So you were right. He was double champion.
Yeah.
He was U.S. and WCW champion.
Look at us.
Yeah,
being
like on the
old.
last episode of Nitro, he was
Yeah.
the double champ.
Weird.
I knew
I think he
I
worked
had
double that night too.
I knew I had it in my fucking head that's who had it when it came over.
I hate the new U.S. belt design.
Is it new? I haven't.
I'm
The one
I'm
that Logan
fine
Paul had.
with it because I was kind of tired of the other design.
The just gold
Yeah.
design, or is it?
It's like it just says champion on it, and it pisses me off. I don't
Oh
know
God,
what
why
it
is it the
is.
first? I put in Logan Paul U.S. belt, and the first fucking picture is him naked in the shower with it wrapped around his fucking
Yeah.
waist.
So I just I don't know what it is about this belt
Oh yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it.
that just pisses me off.
I want it to have a flag on it.
It does.
It does.
It's in the
Like
background of the eagle
a
and
more
actual
prominent.
flag. I think if you change the top part to blue,
with the stars. Yeah.
it might look better.
See,
Change the
I honestly want to revert back to the full on American flag. What
No,
would
I
that
know
have
what
been
it
like
is.
early 2000s?
Yes.
Because it was before the spinner belt. That's the one. That's
Yes.
because he transitioned it to the the flag spinner belt, which was stupid. Yeah, that's
I
the
think
version I miss.
if you change the top part to blue, change the silver back to gold, and make the eagle's wings silver instead of gold, it would look better.
Probably.
I saw this as a concept. It kind of looks like the Intercontinental title, like the shape of it, but it has like the eagle and has the stars. It has
Yeah,
red in it.
eh. Yeah, I like that, but it looks nice. But anything's better than the current belt they have now.
Oh, yeah.
I think the worst belt is the women's tag belts, but that's neither here or there.
It's everywhere.
But they're defending it on SmackDown because who gives a fuck about tag team belts, right? And let's not make a show with 8 matches on the card. So both sets of SmackDown, well, the women's tag championships and the SmackDown tag men's tag belts are both being defended on SmackDown instead of SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't.
So
Isn't
we
it like the
have
third time that's happened, or like they haven't?
probably. So
Because
we
didn't
have
DIY win it on SmackDown as
SmackDown,
well?
yes. So we will have DIY versus the Bloodline. They're probably winning because they're on the fucking poster for SummerSlam.
Yeah,
So
I agree. Well, I said that about Jay too, and he didn't win. So
yeah, true. And we have the Unholy Union versus Bianca and Jade for the women's tag belts, also on that SmackDown. Because why did they win the belts if they're not gonna? If they're gonna. I hope they just break
what's
Bianca
funny is
and
like
Jade up.
the match card's not that big for SummerSlam.
It's 6
Yeah.
matches.
So you mean to tell me
I think Triple H is sticking to the 6 match.
here's the
thing.
thing that we're gonna have 6 matches, but then we're gonna have like an hour of fucking commercials when we could fit 2 tag matches in that.
Yes.
You know, I don't
I don't get it, but hey, that's the way they want to do their pay-per-views. Hopefully, well, they have the Peacock deal for pay-per-views for a while, right?
Yeah.
Because even when they move to NXT, the pay-per-views will still be on.
You mean Netflix?
Yeah. What did I say?
NXT.
NXT.
Shit. The fuck?
NXT
Hey,
flicks.
That sounds like a porn site. Netflix.
Come on, baby. We're gonna NXT and chill.
I'm gonna make you tap out. Gonna hit you with my soul snatcher.
Really be whooping tricks.
Oh Lord.
Oh god.
Whoop that trick.
Shut up, Memphis.
I like
Trick
it.
Williams was not the first one to start that chant.
No.
No, I just like how people like forgot about the Charlotte Flair thing.
Oh yeah.
But,
Oh
hey.
Lord. Let's see. What else happened? What we had? Christian Cage is now the trios champion,
Yes.
all by himself.
By himself. With no help.
Even the website is just him holding all 3 fucking
3
belts,
belts.
which is the best.
Well, even just like during the show, he's the one holding all the belts.
Yeah. They don't get to touch the belts.
It's just the best.
Also like the running joke of Nick Wayne going up to Kip Sabian and going, "No one cares your dad is dead."
Oh, God damn. You
It's not
know,
even Christian doesn't even need to make a joke about his dead dad. It's just fucking Nick Wayne.
I like seeing him succeed now, even though it's late in his career.
Doing the best heel work of his fucking
Yeah,
career.
man.
Making
Just
fun of people's dead dad.
fuck your dad. I don't care if he's dead or not.
Again, I need to meet him again and just have him like, oh, that's fucked up. Just introduce myself. My dad's dead. Sign this.
Ugh. Jesus.
I wonder how many people actually go up to him and just bring up their dead father.
Oh, probably a ton
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
now, yeah.
I'm saying now.
Yeah, it's not weird.
It's great.
Oh,
Look, if everyone,
go ahead. Sorry.
no, if everyone's humor is like down with it,
I meant to say I remembered another stupid bit from Blood and Guts that I hated. I hated every minute of it. Was the fucking mouthful attacks double super kick.
okay, they've done it enough that even I don't like the mouthful attack spot in
Yeah.
any match. because I just don't like the.
It's
it
just
makes,
so unnecessary.
It just makes me feel uncomfortable because what is the chances that someone actually swallows one by mistake?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And I
Well,
don't,
this ties back into the Corey Graves tweet that he ended up deleting. We had this conversation. That's actually what you came in on, and then we were making a joke about Triple H being racist when you
Yeah.
jumped on the call. We were actually talking about the fact that like it's this weird discourse of like who gives a shit, and I was entertained, and it's like I give a shit because they're human beings. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't want these people like dying or fucking needlessly being hurt. Like
for a cheap
for anybody that's
heat
not
kind of thing.
aware. Yeah, like Corey Graves put out a tweet because the whole chair shot we were talking about, and they're like, "Oh, it's a gimmick chair," but like, or "Oh, they shaved the chair down," or whatever they said that doesn't necessarily make sense. Um, the guy got forced to retire because of concussions. Like, if anybody can speak on like head injuries and stuff like that, it's absolutely him. And
Yeah.
like, no matter what you feel about the company he works for or the person he is, everything he said in that tweet about like, you know, you guys have to protect yourself because even protected shots can end you like up, wind you up in fucking retirement.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know why it's this like weird thing of like, yeah, but it doesn't matter. I was entertained, and it's like, okay, but like,
This isn't Gladiator. Like,
yeah, like okay, great, like you're entertained, but then if they can never do it again, is it worth it
yeah.
for like your 5 seconds of dopamine of like, wow, it was a cool spot.
And it wasn't
Can't
even
wait
that
to
good of
see
a spot.
somebody.
Like, it
But
wasn't.
like, right, and opinions on everything matter to and they differ on things, and that's fine. Like, I didn't care for the spot, but I also, again, I don't care. Whatever. I'm an old man. Blah 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 blah. Like I cringe at some of this stuff because it's hard because I do worry about the safety of these people, and I
Shit,
know,
I watch
okay,
old
I'm
stuff
not
and I
supposed to
go
like,
God damn,
like,
why did we think this was,
yeah,
you look at
like
the Mick
any,
Foley, like where he's cuffed
yeah,
and he's just taking chair shot after chair.
right,
It's like, oh god, this is hard to watch. Like, this is
yeah.
knowing
Like
now,
you watch it now, yeah, and you're like, fuck, this. Watch
as fucked up as that guy is now, it's like, Jesus.
all the Danielson spots in AEW, and
Yeah.
you're like, ah, fuck, 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 fuck. Like, it's this weird thing where like you're allowed to like care about the person.
Yeah.
I don't know them personally, obviously, but like I don't want them to die. I don't want them to be permanently injured. I might not like some of them as wrestlers, but I don't wish ill on them.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's like watching a
and
bad
really
hit
the
in
only
football, like it's
yeah.
you don't want to see these, even if it's a team you don't like, you don't want to see these guys get fucking paralyzed. Like, the what was it, the player on the Bills that almost fucking died.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Hamlin, I think
and it's
was
like, I don't care about this team, but like I don't want this guy to die because he's playing football. Like, it's just
like,
common
oh, but you're
human
not playing for my
decency.
team, so like,
To it's human decency. You can have fun, but be safe and not, just I don't know. I saw something similar. I didn't see his tweet, but I had seen
yeah.
people commenting on it,
And then it was
and
like, oh,
but it's
we
just,
don't like Corey Graves, so we're gonna shit on it. It's like,
Even Dave Meltzer had
weird.
come like, I don't get why he deleted this tweet. He was right.
yeah, he was
He was
right. Like,
perfect.
that's the thing.
Like
It's
completely right. Everyone was like, yeah, no.
just absolute facts of what he was saying. It's just people get butthurt because he's not AEW, and I think he'd have said that even if it was WWE. I don't think the company matters. His concern is these guys are doing unnecessarily stupid shit for a cheap 5 second, oh my god, and TikTok clips and views and Twitter, and is it really worth this guy not wrestling again, or God forbid not being able to do anything again? But
And that's not to say never do big spots or never do, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm trying to say at
there's
all.
a smart way to do it.
Well, that and also kind of similar to the Britt Baker thought of like, if I do this every week, don't you just get numb to it? Like
Yeah.
if you only do it once in a while, like you have these big events. Now, Blood and Guts is not an all the time thing, but like they just had similar spots with Darby and the Bucks with the is it the tax on the feet or whatever with the super kicks and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just had similar type of spots like the last time they all wrestled, and I was like, and I know Darby's gonna Darby and all that shit, but still,
Yeah.
like it's a rough watch,
Surprised there
man.
wasn't
Like,
glass
it can
panes,
be.
you know. Do that spot again from the top of a cage. Just going through
Ugh.
like 20 pieces of glass and slicing your back open like a fucking idiot.
But like,
That's honestly, I
just
can't stand him just because of that. Like I get that's his whole gimmick. I just can't stand him as a wrestler because of
because
that.
I actually like him as a wrestler.
Mm.
I do. I just don't like that in the sense, and I want to, you know, to play both sides here, to caveat, so it doesn't feel like I'm attacking AEW specifically. Like, listen, man, those Money in the Bank ladder matches, I flinched and cringed a couple times. Not like cringe and like, oh, that's cringy, but like in the sense of like, oh my god,
People bashing their heads on
like,
ladders and
you know, I hope they're okay. What was it? What's Zoe Stark missed and like landed
bashes
the
her
top of her
head.
head on the
Yeah.
fucking ladder, and you're like, fuck, dude. Like,
Concussion. Like there's no
yeah.
way.
The a prime example was the fucking Finn Balor Edge match when you clearly
Busts him
watched that
open.
ladder fucking miss his hands and crack him right in the head and split his head open, and I'm like, yo. Like, that's all shit that makes me concerned and worried, like, and it can take me out of it to an extent, because now I'm just worried that, like,
This guy's hurt.
can they function? Are they gonna be okay? Like,
So, what
you know,
was
I
it?
know.
Us in the Daniel Bryan segment, we're like, oh god, like he might be
Which
fucked
one?
up. Well, the Will
Yeah, right,
Osprey,
and
the Will
that's
Osprey Daniel Bryan, or you know, we were
Yeah.
all like, oh shit, like he actually might be hurt.
yeah. Well, they did that, wasn't it?
They did it in almost all his matches.
Yeah, well, they do that, but also, I think we had a similar thing about, was it the Billy Starks match,
Yes.
and she faked the neck injury,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
it was like, oh, because like you've watched people like legitimately fucking injure themselves in bad spots and different things, you know, so it's like, fuck, dude, like it's not something to fuck around with. Like I you know, doing it. I think we had this conversation too. Like doing it with your leg is one thing, not nearly as severe as like the thought of how permanent the damage could be on your neck.
yeah.
I don't know.
That's our high horse, or our soapbox, if you
Yeah,
will.
it's not even, yeah, like, and that's why I wanted to make sure. Like, I'm not trying to say like, hey, never do big spots, never do like crazy shit every, you know, but
But it
I
does
don't know, like
cheapen it,
it's
you know, when it's every week thing. I'm gonna go do the same thing. Yeah, you're right. It does cheapen it to a degree.
Yes.
Um, speaking of
like
injuries, though,
if every match has blood in it, how special is blood?
yeah, yeah.
You know, like that kind of thing. And I'm not saying that. I'm just using it as a reference.
No,
Like,
but see, that's
you
like
know,
WWE. That's more like when that happens now, it's more of a big thing because that doesn't happen on TV as much as it used to.
yeah.
So like when it
I mean,
happens,
listen,
it's like, oh
WWE
man,
could do it, and that's a you know thing though too. Like WWE could do it more,
yeah,
and AEW could do it less. Like it's, you know, just to kind of keep it in that sweet spot. Like there's nothing wrong with, you know, less is more sometimes, and I know that's not a popular thing to think about for AEW because every match has to be like a big crazy, you know, match type of thing, but like not all of them do.
it needed
It's
at least
okay.
2 more Canadian destroyers. But speaking of injury, oddly enough, I saw Big E had put a bit of an update out on the social medias that I guess he's undergone some stem cell reconstruction. Says he's feeling good. Um, I would love for him to come back, although I get it, you know, with the injury he had. But
Yep.
I do hope he makes a recovery to do a comeback because I think he's severely missed, especially with the New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel directionless without him.
Yeah, I did like, I don't know if you all saw the behind the scenes segment they did for the, I think it was Money in the Bank. but they let him do the intro to Money in the Bank,
Yeah.
where it was the Don't You Dare Be Sour. Like he ends up doing the whole thing. I
Yeah.
was like, oh man, I forgot how much I miss hearing this. Like,
Right.
but yeah, hopefully because I know Rey Mysterio did the stem cell thing, and it supposedly helped him a ton, especially with his back issues. Because God knows he's probably got a bunch with a spine compression with his move set. But I'd like to see him make a comeback. I hope it goes well. But if he can't, I understand.
Yep.
I'd rather him be able to walk and function than be on my TV screen every week. You know, it's
Correct. Yep.
But I thought that was interesting. So hopefully it all takes well. He says his pain's been very well managed. And it was very comical watching him talk about it because it was just like him trying to sound scientific with not knowing really what he was talking about. And then so Covey? We said Covey's hurt currently. Is
Yeah,
that why
yes.
did they specify what is
Not that
I don't know the actual thing. I know they wrote him off
for a bit?
with the whole carrying cross thing.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to make me give a shit about that, and it's just not working.
he sucks.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, but
It's
uh,
another situation of like super cool dude. Like if you ever watch interviews with him, he's
yeah,
a really personable guy. Like it's hard to not like him if you like are around him. And from what I understand, like even if you meet him in person, like him and Scarlett are both like just wonderful human beings to like meet and like very pleasant people and stuff like that. So it's kind of tough that like he just doesn't get over. And it's not for a lack of effort, man. I do think he's putting a lot of work into it, and I think he is trying really hard to like
make the gimmick work.
do something. Yeah, like
I don't know
I think we
I don't
talked
know
about
what
the
they would
lore
do
of
to fix that. I don't know what it is about him that they could correct that would like because it
Nothing. Oh, it's also a shoulder injury.
shoulder injury. Gotcha.
All right, so this is there. Karen Cross from conception has failed. Like when he was in NXT,
Wasn't
he was in the wrong part of NXT.
say I thought
'Cause
he was
in-
over in NXT.
No, he never was. He was never over in any aspect of WWE. He was NXT champion and got bitched by Adam Cole. And I think that promo was part of the reason why he failed. Incredible. Because I remember this promo. It's like, you got the lights, you got the cool interest music, you have the girl. WWE has done everything to make you feel special. You know what they do to make Adam Cole feel special? They ring the freaking bell. And at the end of the day, you can't lace my boots. And ever since then, he was compared to everyone in NXT at the time, which is Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, were all in this era of NXT while you was champion. Keith Lee. Like, there were so many, I wouldn't say indie darlings, but people that were in NXT that was proven to be like a workhorse that
Yeah.
could carry the company on their back. And here's Karrion Kross, who was just this stereotypical big guy with the doomsday gimmick that really didn't matter. That really didn't. The cool part of his entrance was just Scarlett.
Yeah.
People were more interested in seeing Scarlett than him. That's already strike. But it's not even like to a horny extent. It's just she just seemed like a cooler character. Then he shows up on Raw as the NXT champion and gets rolled up in 2 minutes by Jeff Hardy.
I didn't remember
killed
that.
that moment. Yeah, that fucking killed his momentum on the main roster.
Vince killed his moment, just like he did to
put him in that fucking gimp armor.
Yeah,
Gimp
that like
armor.
weird,
Yeah.
like gimp Spartacus thing or whatever the fuck it was, and it's like
He was NXT champion and getting treated like a random jobber in a goofy ass costume.
Yep.
He was released. He did some work outside on the indies. He came back. he had the beginning of a feud with Roman Reigns as the tribal chief, and nothing happened after that.
Yeah.
He just said TikTok. He would show up, put an hourglass. Scarlett would put an hourglass in the ring, and that was about it. Then every feud, then he kept losing.
But see, I don't
So
know
an
where I blame
insult
him and
might
where I
not
blame
care.
booking. Because
No,
I
it's
don't
never
think he
no,
inherently is boring. I think he's good in the ring. I think he does good promos. I don't know what it is that doesn't put me over
his
it.
character. His character can never click because he's always seen as like an afterthought. He's always
Well,
presented as an
he's
afterthought.
essentially the eater of worlds Bray Wyatt type of like captivating to an extent, but like never gets.
He's always like, "Oh, I'm in the background. I'm just waiting for my moment," but that moment never comes. So it's like,
But then is that
what's the
his
point?
fault or is that booking's
No, I'm
fault?
not. Funny enough, all of this that I'm explaining
Yeah.
isn't his fault inherently.
Yeah.
Bad. He was the wrong guy at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of fucked him.
Because I think you could, the group he's in now, you could make good.
No, because AOP was the same thing. They were boring as shit as in NXT.
Well,
It
I'm
was
saying
just two Samoan guys.
that's what I'm saying though, is not inherently go with AOP,
Well,
but like
They're
find
not
him
saying
at,
neither
they're
of
not.
them are Samoan.
They're just two big guys.
yeah.
It doesn't
Well,
help
that's
that they
WWE in
change
general.
it.
I mean, you look at Omos, you look at AOP, you look at, it's just they
It
like to
doesn't help
hire
that the
big
two guys.
guys.
Yeah, no, it doesn't help that those two guys scam people before coming back to WWE.
it's
Let's
tricky.
not forget. But it's just like even you have three people that were NXT champions in some regard. AOP being the tag champs, Karen Cross being the NXT champ, and no one remembers any of their reign.
Yeah.
They were there, cool, moved on.
No, AOP had fun match with DIY, and then they had that triple threat tag match with DIY and was it Undisputed Era?
Probably. Because
I
that would
think.
be around the time. That would be around the time.
Yeah.
But I just don't. That seems like a fun match to watch, but I really prefer it over because DIY and Undisputed Era,
Yeah.
not because of AOP.
Well, I mean, they
Because
contributed
AOP,
because it was
think
the
about it.
conflict of styles with the two big guys with the little guys, and
Yeah, but I think the same thing with AOP. They came up to the main roster, and the first thing they did was fucking cut the legs out of them by letting go of Paul Ellering.
Yeah.
yeah, and like a weirdly confusing, like never
That was more.
explained.
That was more of a he didn't want to work the roads
Right.
Because
because
what
he's
that
Which
always,
is
was after
fine,
that, it
right?
went
Like
to
that's
who was their manager after that?
I don't think they had him.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Not Dallas. What the fuck was his name? Was it Dallas?
I
Oh, that was-
Fucking Rockstar Spud.
oh yeah, fuck. Where he peed himself in front of Big Show.
Yeah.
God.
See, fucking goofballs.
Yeah.
You made them into a laughing stock because that guy was around. Like, I don't know. Was it just around the era where Vince just wanted to fuck with everybody coming up from NXT?
Probably, yeah.
Probably was.
Bearcat Lee.
Cat Lee. Oh God.
Why did you remember that bullshit? Fucking no.
Oh,
Yeah.
go Bearcat Lee.
We're gonna. All right. I'm done.
Porter's got
Tap
like
out.
20 minutes left in this.
Fucking brain rot.
But on this, so in talking about the WWE side, we're kind of setting up for SummerSlam here.
Tiffany Stratton's gonna get a new briefcase
Yeah, a new fancier briefcase.
with MAGA right on the
Oh.
middle. It's gonna be red.
You
Make
know when
Tiffany
spring,
great again.
you make Tiffy great again.
Make Tiffy time
Make-
great again.
No, make Tiffy champ again.
Jesus. I will say I did like the start of Raw. I did like having Gunther and Priest just fucking go at it.
I don't like the semi-racist angle of Gunther.
What do you?
Yeah,
Because he keeps calling like it's coded in, hey, Priest, you're nothing but street trash because of who you are. Like,
Oh well,
yeah.
When you look too
I
far
think
into
I think it's more of a classist thing,
Yeah,
but
but it
I
comes
I
off-
understand
could
what
be
you're saying.
both kind of thing.
Yeah,
like-
it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
He said people like you, and it
Dude,
sounded
yeah,
a lot like you people, and you're like,
What do you mean you?
we're not doing
ah.
we're not doing Booker T and Triple H all over again, are we?
Oh God.
Like
Um,
that shit was weird.
It's and like, you know what I think the problem is that Gunther doesn't need that.
Yeah, that's my problem. Gunther doesn't need that. He just needs to come up and say, "I will beat you because you don't respect this ring. You're too busy goofing off with Liv and mommy and all this bullshit, while I am standing here respecting the ring."
on
Yep.
business.
That's
Standing
basically
on
what he needs to do. I'm
business.
all business. This is not He needs to come in like, this isn't personal. You have something I want, and that's it.
I like
And just
the
flex on it.
callback to earlier. That's from Mandalorian. You have something I want.
Well,
Huh.
even just like listen, you have something that should be mine, and you don't deserve it. Like
Yeah.
that's all it really needs to be.
Yeah, just say nothing personal. You have that belt. I want that belt.
Not even nothing personal. I just don't respect you. Like I don't respect you, and I don't think that you're
What a
fit to
champion
be.
is.
Yeah, I need to bring prestige to this title because that's who I am, kind of thing. And it's like, all right, cool.
They have nothing but clowns wearing that belt.
Yeah,
Like set up for Seth Rollins down the line.
Yeah, that's true.
which is fine.
Yeah.
It's probably the
Uh,
direction once he's done special guest refereeing.
I man. He's gonna cost one of them the match, I guess.
Yeah, that's usually how
Probably
that works.
Drew.
I mean, if you cost Punk the match, that furthers their thing and
Yeah, but
can
Drew
get
would be funnier.
Drew away from. Well, yeah.
No, I can't imagine they're gonna cut Drew off this early, especially with him just coming back from injury.
You mean Punk?
No, I meant like because you said getting Punk away from Drew with having Seth interfere.
I say Punk wins because Drew pushes Seth to fucking curve stomp him.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then he just hates both of them.
Yeah, he has a he's gonna
I'm
fucking
coming
Claymore the
for
shit out of Seth.
everybody. Fucking
I just need a night where he just claymores everybody just out of nowhere.
just like the
Someone's
Shawn
just
Michaels DX thing where he just goes
Yeah,
down the hall
like someone's on the
claymore.
interview and he just claymore.
Well, if you
No question asked.
there was an episode of Raw. This was Attitude Era time. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was Austin just like
Stunner everybody.
stunning everybody.
Anyone he walked into, stunner.
Like it didn't matter, good guy, bad guy, whatever. I remember the one that stuck out the most was he stunned Jarrett and then did the strut, and it was really funny. Like after the fact, I think he ended up like just randomly stunning like Mark Marrow, Jeff Jarrett. Like he was just fucking people up.
Yeah,
And
that's what I want. Just him claymoring people just out of nowhere. Like
yeah,
people are talking in an interview and you see him claymore somebody behind the camera, like off in the distance. You don't even see the person. You just see him running.
Yeah.
yeah.
That
You don't
would be
even
fun.
need to ask his name is Stan.
Yeah,
I
Fucking
just
bonkers.
kicked Stan.
I don't even want to see the claymore. I just want to see him run into a hallway, papers just fly out from that direction, and
I
someone
mean,
go,
you know, Sean Spears is still in the company now, so he
yeah,
can do that
I know
spot
that's
again
why
all
I
over again.
didn't realize that's who that was.
Yeah.
I saw something where it was like
LA Knight was
NXT
fucking
AEW people before they were on.
LA Knight was like Rusev's like lawyer.
Yeah.
No, that's
No,
Joe
it was
Hendry.
Joe Hendry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know EC3 is like a security guard, and one of them
MJF,
alongside MJF as well with Goldberg,
Samoa Joe,
No, it's Mojo.
Smojo.
And he bitches him and fucking throws him into the wall.
and
Yeah,
they paid that back in AEW.
yeah.
Yeah. Which is really funny.
Hook was MJF's bodyguard in the beginning stages of AEW.
I know. Claudio was a bodyguard alongside EC3, and Gargano was a bodyguard.
And
Champa
also Ciampa,
was
Elf.
what was
Tampa
it?
was a delivery, like a messenger
No,
fucking
Undertaker.
yeah.
Weird.
One of the Acclaimed was was it Bobby Lashley's sister or something?
Yes.
Yes.
It was Max Caster.
Yeah.
Max Cassidy, yes, it was.
Fucking,
Fucking-
they can pay it. They can pay it back in AW.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Oh
That's a
god.
reality.
Well, so
We're gonna end on that nightmare fuel.
no,
Yeah.
we're gonna end on with us being a week out from SummerSlam. We're gonna give predictions. We'll
6 matches on the card. Let's
Start
see.
with
We're not making predictions. We're making spoilers.
spoilers.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
United
gonna be
States Champion
predictable.
match.
LA
It's
Knight,
LA Knight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we do LA Knight now or do we
Yes. In
in
Cleveland.
his hometown though?
Yes.
He's won in stupider
Cleveland's going-
spots.
Cleveland is going to boo Logan Paul. I guarantee it.
Well, that's strong
Yeah.
possibility. I don't disagree.
I mean, he's also doesn't matter where they are. He's wrestling LA Knight. He's getting booed out of the
Yeah.
building. Like it's
Okay. WWE Women's Championship match, Bailey and Nia Jax.
Bailey.
I think it's
Bailey
Nia.
because it'll set up more weird tension with the friendliness of Nia and Tiffany Stratton.
I guess it could. I'll say Nia just to be different.
I say Bailey, but not because Tiffany tries to cash in, and that distracts Nia long enough for Bailey to win.
Gotcha.
And then they're beefing, but then Nia
Yeah.
gives Tiffany the new bedazzled pink briefcase as a way to mend fences for now.
There you
Okay.
go.
Women's World Championship match, Liv and Rhea. I think Liv retains.
I was gonna say it makes sense.
Sets up
I mean,
WrestleMania.
obviously, I could definitely see Rhea winning it, but I think there's no way they just blow it off that quickly.
I think Dom ends up turning on
Yes.
Rhea.
Yes.
See, this is why I wish it was a ladder match.
The custody of Dominic Mysterio. Lord.
That would be the running joke, but Dominic literally pushes Rhea off
Yeah.
the ladder and then preps up Liv, and then that becomes a thing.
Because I do think if she doesn't win it here, she wins it at WrestleMania again.
Oh no!
If not
I don't-
earlier.
I was gonna say I don't know that it would be that long.
I'm just
Royal Rumble.
just if not
At-
earlier.
Royal Rumble at the latest.
Yeah.
Survivor Series probably.
Yeah. No, not Survivor Series. I'm pretty sure they will do a War Games match,
Let's
Fair.
see.
depending.
Inter-
Either that or a team match.
What's the pay per view they said they were coming back out with?
Bad
And-
Blood.
Bad Blood, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that.
Probably, actually.
Intercontinental Championship match.
Braun Breaker.
Breaker.
I hope it's Breaker.
They're not having him win twice. They're not gonna have him lose twice.
No.
Do you think he pins Sammy?
Who
It's a
else would he
one-on-one
pin?
match.
I thought it was a triple threat match.
No,
It's not.
we did this earlier.
No, I
You
said it was a four-way.
And then we
And then we
corrected you,
corrected
said
you
it was a
and said it was a
one-on-one,
one-on-one
and then you went,
I
"Oh, so
swear
it's
to
a triple
God.
threat," and I went, "I'm not even gonna correct it
I
again."
swear to God, that's not
So,
what happened.
Yeah,
like,
we
it's
we
not.
both did say it's a
Yeah,
one-on-one
It's
match.
a one.
You're wrong.
Because you thought not Giovanni Vinci, fucking
Ludwig.
Ludwig Kaiser was in the
Ludwig
match.
Kaiser.
And then we corrected you and said, no, Braun won a one-on-one match with Dragunov
That's
to
right.
face
That's
Sammy.
right. Okay. I don't know why I had that in my head that it was fucking triple or
We
a fatal
keep
four-way
it.
and a triple threat.
I like how me and Olaf's both blinked. I'm like, wait,
you know what?
No.
It's 1:30.
No,
All right.
Actually, you're right. He doesn't pin him. He does the KO spot. You know how? Okay, do you remember how KO won the NXT Championship originally?
No.
They had to call off the match. He
Yeah.
beat Sammy so bad that they just called off the match and he won the NXT belt that way.
Basically, like ref stoppage.
That
Yeah.
wouldn't be a bad way to do that.
He fucking kills Sammy. this
All I'll
time.
say is
I'd
if,
be okay with
if
that.
Sammy wins
Yeah.
and he wins clean, I stand by that it's becoming Sammy Hogan.
And then next thing you know, he's gonna be ripping his shirt off at the RNC and
the
stuff.
Palestine
and-
flag under. Yeah. No,
Oh,
I just want like
yeah, I was saying.
10
Heel turn, brother.
No. he spears him so many times that the ref just goes, "Hey, it's over. You won. Stop."
Oh god.
Dude's ribs are gonna be like mush. And
Yeah.
he's gonna be like, all right, that's enough.
Okay.
He still spears him after winning the belt.
Uh-huh.
And
As
then
one
spears the
should.
ref.
Yep.
So I think this one's pretty obvious, but the World Heavyweight Championship match. Priest and Gunther.
Priest.
Really?
the one-
It's probably gonna be Gunther, but they've been doing stuff that's making me go, I could see them letting Priest win.
Priest
I
for
could.
Priest for now. Gunther wins it at Bash in Berlin.
I guess that's true. Yeah, you could have it.
Yeah.
I'll say Gunther just because I feel like, you know what? Because I feel like they haven't been pushing Gunther enough for me to go, yeah, he's gonna win it. Like it's gonna be
This is the only one
Oh,
that might be a
well
toss-up.
pushing in the sense of promo wise. Like it doesn't like. Yeah, it could be a toss up. I'll stick with Gunther, and I'm like you. If he doesn't win it here, it'll be Bash Berlin.
Yeah.
And then is the Cody Rhodes the main event?
yeah.
Yes.
Is it?
And it's Cody.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's gotta be Cody, right? Like we're not gonna do a
Roman-
whole 2-year long.
No,
sets up
this is the
Roman
bit
coming
where-
back.
This is the bit where Roman comes back at SummerSlam.
Yeah. They're gonna do the trend that Roman was doing for a while, which was minus him winning the match and like celebrating. They're gonna have something where like the end of the pay-per-view is somebody returning to confront Roman. That happened. It was like Cena, it was Brock, whatever.
No, this is
It'll
this
be
is what I'm
Roman
guessing.
coming back.
This is what I'm guessing, and this will be funny if I fucking call it. And you know how WrestleMania 2 years ago it was Solo in the hoodie
Yeah.
with the Samoan spike? Hikuleo debuts on SummerSlam because apparently he's been signed by WWE, being the fourth member, being the fifth member of the new bloodline. Yeah, no. Follow me on this train. So Cody has Solo in the crossroads, right? Guy in the hoodie comes up, interferes. It's Hikuleo, right? At this point, Penn hits the Samoan spike. 1, 2, Roman's music hits. He's confused. He's shocked. The crowd erupts. No one comes out, right?
Gotcha.
Let's just hope the timing's not fucked up like with
Yeah.
Drew's.
No one comes out though. Then, in the confusion, Solo looks at the ramp. He's waiting for Roman to come out. Cody hits him with a crossroads. 1, 2, 3. He wins. Bloodline jump him again. Roman's music hits again. And then Paul Heyman comes out.
Pulls
and
out
then
the
you just
phone.
see him. Yep. Call Roman Reigns. And then that's when you see the return of Roman Reigns.
It'd be
no
good.
Jimmy Uso, no Jey Uso. It's just Roman and Paul, right? Enters the ring. He's staring down Solo, Jacob, fucking God, and Hikuleo. He smiled because Jacob Fatu fucking turns on Solo and beats all their asses single-handedly, and then pledges his allegiance to the true tribal chief of Roman Reigns.
So why is it that Jacobs can be the one that?
Because they've been teasing it.
Yeah.
How so? Because I guess I guess I'm not seeing it.
It's more of a everyone's reading way too much into his reaction to hearing Roman Reigns' name.
Okay.
In Solo's promo. But if they're doing the 4-on-4 with the new bloodline versus old bloodline, it makes sense that Hikuleo comes in on the new bloodline side. So that means they need a fourth Samoan on the OG bloodline.
Yeah.
So Jacob seems like the most likely to turn. But this is completely like fucking.
He's gonna cream his pants if he's right. It's just gonna be it's everywhere.
Yeah, that's the thumbnail. That's the gift for the week. But yeah, no.
It's like me when Undertaker came back and choke slammed fucking The Rock.
Yeah. He did what now? He choked the Rock.
Choke the Rock out. Pass me the Rock.
But that's what I'm saying for SummerSlam.
It would be certainly a way to end SummerSlam. I don't think you're entirely wrong. It would be cool if you're entirely right. I would be really
Yeah.
cool to see that.
It would also be a little funny if you were entirely wrong, but that's just
Completely fucking
just
solo win.
like
Solo
wow,
wins.
that was the worst prediction I've ever seen in my life. This guy's a fucking moron. Like
Fucking solo wins clean, no interference at all.
Yeah,
Like,
just
like Brock Lesnar versus John Cena style, just like overbearingly fucking dominant and just
Yeah.
like kicks the shit out of him.
wins in 2 minutes. Fucking
Yeah.
squash match.
oh,
Just hits
Lord.
like same thing with Cena, just hits like fucking 15 spikes and just like, all right, fuck him.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, yep. I think SummerSlam's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, Roman Reigns does reappear. Never thought I'd say that before. But
I mean, it would be like a callback to him returning at SummerSlam to beat the shit out of the Fiend and Braun
Braun
Strowman,
Strowman.
who was Universal Champion.
oh,
Remember
Yeah.
that?
poor.
Worst Universal Champion.
I don't know about that, but no.
Name
Goldberg
someone.
exists.
Yeah, Goldberg
Doesn't
still
matter.
exists.
Still better.
Um,
At least people cared about the fucking belt.
It's
But that is all we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure as always. As we always say, we will catch you on the other side of the ring. Good night.